Uh, there's another load here. This is not one of my favorite loads to do. I've only pulled a few of these. I dislike them, but they didn't give me much of a choice this round while I was getting my truck worked on. I was going down for like a day and a half. They sent another company driver to come get my trailer, my step deck, pretty decently. Left me his flatbed, so I had to go. I can't pull our freight with a flatbed, so I had to pull their freight for a few days till I give me another step deck, and then I get a very old, crappy old step deck. So this is the only way I can get one. But to show you what I had to deal with, I don't think there's a good way, a bad way. It's a guessing game of how to tie these things down. It's just not an easy situation to deal with. So I'll kind of give you a run through here of how I done it. Like I said, people may argue with the fact. If it's right, it's wrong. And to me, like I said, I prefer not to haul this stuff. This is what they do on the other side. But I'll show you what we got here. This is what the Valmont's field irrigation system. And of course, if you can look, it's just a mess. You can tell up here on this front one how they've got this. Then they put the pallet on the end, so they're maybe going toward the middle. We're going to ride a little bit better, of course, on cardboard. But these here is only a 300-mile run, so it's actually not too bad, but enough. Well, actually, I think it was 600 miles. But coming out of Nebraska, coming over here to Wisconsin is more like 600 miles or so. But yeah, and of course, like I said, these older trailers here, they've got these old-ass reels they kind of mounted in here, which kind of makes it screwy if you got to put something else in here. But, and of course, they take the water irrigation pipe, put it up on the top, and then just stack where they can, like these tires. And then these pipes go up on top of it. And that's where it gets interesting. Underneath here, in the step part, they see they got this cardboard sides they put on, because if you look down in here, they just got all kinds of rods and pieces and stuff just thrown in here. So like I said, then they'll put boxes and just throw them up there, and this is probably to keep these smaller rods and pins if they come undone from rolling out. Like I said, these pieces here, all you can do is the best you can do. I mean, some of this stuff, like I said, I think those are the motors right there. You just put on what you can to hold what you can. Things that probably will go somewhere. Let's see, here's some more of the bundled up pipe. These aren't so bad up here because with these, they're banded pretty good and set up on there, That's not the worst of it, Like they'll say they'll stack some stuff underneath here. And of course, still got that piping up there, and then on here they used this little pallet here stacked on the pipe, a few boards in order to level out to put the pipe on it. And like I said, it could be a mess trying to find a way to strap all this down. You just do the best you can. And you would think, if you don't look close enough, that right there, they'd be setting on. But no, actually there's about an inch, maybe 2 inch clearance between the pipe and the top of the tires. So you got to throw another strap over the tires to hold them. And you really have to watch these tires because they will bounce and they will move. So you just got to keep an eye on it as you're pulling them. And on the back side, there's either a gap between the tires, and then you get the piping over there. So that's why I'm saying these things can move, they can walk. So you just really have to keep an eye on this. Why I don't like hauling these things. And then more sets of tires. I think this is enough for like 3 or 4 sections of that water irrigation system you see out in the fields that run on the tires, a little triangle piece to where it's just watering as it goes. And like I say, now these tires I actually set on the pipe, and they just throw some boards up there to set them on there. And of course on the back here they put 2 more long boxes back here. Of course, when they first loaded it, they had this one here hanging off, and I had to use my bar to push it back. So this is a 53-footer. Any part that hangs off will be considered oversize. And another thing, they didn't even load these pipes on straight. Because if you look on down there, this end is toward the edge of the bed. Look at the front. It sets way over. When you look on this side, you'll see what I mean. Oh, ice. Front is sticking way over this way, and this is over way inside. So they've got it kind of crooked. Now that's stuff we got to deal with. You know, and you got to try to get it down the best you can without it moving, coming off, sliding off. And this is the back side. Of course, they don't have no boards on this side like they had on the other side, that little wall they put in there. And like I said, you do the best you can to put enough boards and stuff, straps to hold this stuff down. You know, it's a guessing game as to where some pipes are shorter, some pipes are longer. It's a guessing game. These things are just a pain in my backside. And of course, you know, I got strap here. But over here, they built a nice little deal. Just cross the boards up until they get high enough to support those irrigation pipes. And that's when I'll put the strap right here to hold down on this side, so it pulls down on here and pulls down on top of the stack here. And of course, I've got this 2-inch that runs right over there to help hold them little pieces there. They move around a little bit. And this one here to help hold with this pallet. And that little one, before anybody says anything, those pieces right there, you might think that they're just sitting on top, but they're not. They've got a plate on the back that goes way down inside there. It droops way down, all that way down there, so they are not going nowhere, and they're heavy as hell. They won't even, haven't walked, haven't moved nothing. And like I said, then I've got this one here, and then the strap over here to help hold down this end, and the box that they just threw up there. And like I said, it's kind of a guessing game. And like I said, if you look in here, the stuff just sits in here. That's why it's just a pain. There's just a lot more to these things than I like to deal with. That's why I like my machinery and equipment. But this is what you got to do. This is what I had to do. And this is just a part of the game, I guess. So once again, you know, another load that we brought over here, here in Wisconsin up here, way up north of Green Bay. It's pretty goddamn cold. But if you get a chance, like the page, subscribe, comment, suggestions are welcome. I mean, maybe you see something that I don't, give me hinters, you know, and points on it. Or if you got questions about anything I've done or what I can do or different objects we could, subjects we can touch on, just let me know. So, we'll catch you on the next one.